I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Okay, here we go. Today, folks, this is a good one because today I want to share with you something that affects every living soul. And that one thing is your attitude. This affects everyone. It is your attitude. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever told you, but I mean, many of you who listen know this, but there are a lot of people who don't understand. A positive attitude can bring about a change. A positive attitude can bring about a change. Well, now here we go with the naysayers. Well, Steve, what you mean if I'm just positive being changed? My mama gone. What me being positive got to do with that? Okay, now listen to me carefully. A positive attitude can bring about change. Well, okay, Steve, I hear you saying that, but they done fired me. So now what does my having a positive attitude have to do with the fact that they fired me? Well, one more time. A positive attitude can bring about change. Well, Steve, I sat up in here and gave 8, 9, 12 years of my life to this man, and he cheated on me and walked out. Now, what does me being positive have to do with him cheating on me? How that's gonna change that? Okay, here we go again. A positive attitude can bring about change. Now, listen to the whole thing now. The positive attitude and the change that can happen this is the start. It starts within you. See, life is 10% what happens, is 90% what you do about what happens. Okay, you gave 12 years of your life to this man. He cheated and left you holding the bag, the kids and everything. Now, what does being positive have to do with changing that? Or they came in and they fired you. You lost your job that you was a stellar performer at. But now how does you having a positive attitude, how does that change things for you? So far, we can use any example. Here's what happens. When you have a positive attitude, what it produces within you is a positive approach to life. And when you have a positive attitude and a positive approach to life, it causes you to be optimistic, to have a positive outlook, to expect things to eventually turn around and turn into a positive. That's very important because as the law of attraction comes into play, if you think positive thoughts, you attract positive things. If you think evil thoughts, you attract evil to you. You know, if you want for nothing, then nothing comes your way. If you want for positive attitude, if you want for positive results, if you want for a great outcome, that's what you attract to you. The change will begin within you. So let's take the man that walked out your life and left you holding the bag. Here's a positive attitude. Okay, 2 things have happened that's positive here. Number 1, you've ridded yourself of someone who is obviously going to be, if not already, been toxic in your life. Caused you many restless nights, a lot of uncomfortable feelings and uneasiness, not sure, insecurity. You've been going through it with this person, whoever they are. Number 1, that person has been released from your life. Number 2, it allows you now to have the someone who will treat you just the way you want to be treated. That's the positive outlook. That's the optimistic way. That's when you're a positive person, you see the positive in things that happen to you instead of burying yourself under the what's wrong with it, or oh, woe is me now concept. See, a positive attitude, when they came in there and they fired you and let you go, could this not have been just the opening you needed to finally start on a new career path that you've been talking about doing anyway? Could it possibly be a brand new chance for you to get the dream job or dream career of your choice? Could it not possibly be the perfect opportunity now for you to finally do something about that gift, about that talent that God gave you, that thing that you love to do? Could it not be the perfect time for you to pursue that? But if you don't have a positive attitude, then you lay there. Oh, they finna come get my house. Oh, what I'm gonna do now? Oh, this unemployment ain't enough. Oh, Lord, when this unemployment run out, what am I gonna do? Then I won't have nothing. And you, oh, woe is me, until you become, oh, woe is me. But if you take it from the positive approach, some amazing things can happen in your life. I would tell you on a personal note that some of the best changes, some of the biggest moments in my life came after a loss. So I don't want to go down the list, but boy, I could tell you, let me tell you something. When they didn't want me on the radio anymore in LA, when they was sick of the way I did radio out there, and they wanted me gone. And on May 23rd, 2005, when my deal was done with the Beat out in LA, okay, look what happened though. Yeah, I was gone in May, but in September 19th, I started the Steve Harvey Radio Network with 4 cities. You see, but I didn't go, oh, woe is me. I said, oh, okay, God must have something else for me then. Because if he didn't remove me from this, there must be something else. Same thing can happen when you lose and you break up in a relationship. Same thing can happen to you. You never know the one God got for you. Now here you go. Here you go again. Now you get put into a situation where somebody treats you just the way you want to be treated, provide you with a whole lot of aspects of your life you knew nothing about prior to that. But you got to stay positive. If you stay positive, that positive attitude, that optimistic outlook, that always thinking, God got me no matter what happened to me. Some amazing things will happen in your life. It's a fact. I don't know how it works that way. I just know that's what it is. Positive attitude is everything, y'all. So get off the old woe is me negativity train, because it ain't going to take you nowhere but down. And get your outlook up. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude. Altitude is determined by your attitude. How high you go, how big you become, how far you go. It all depends on how you think. It all depends on what type of attitude you got. Ain't no very, very successful super negative people. It just doesn't coincide that way. If you see that, something happened to them along the way, and don't worry, you ain't got to worry about it, because you ain't going to see them long, because you can't stay up there like that. It's just too hard. All right? That's the conversation.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. The Steve Harvey Morning Show is sitting at the doorstep of reality, of mourning, and on the doorstep of gratitude. Open the door to your heart and let me in. Boy, that was my open the door dramatics. Woo! Door to your heart. Woo! One of the coldest jams in the cupboard.
Oh, gosh.
On the shelf, in the basement, in the dark. Oh, anywhere. See if there a place for me in your heart. Low.
So
boy, that's my jam. Boy, you don't even understand. If you got time today, download Door to Your Heart by the Dramatics. One of the coldest love songs, boy.
I only found out about it from you. I hadn't heard that one.
Shirley,
never heard it.
It was
only
never a hit. It was on the B-side.
Oh, it was
Lord,
the first jam. Okay.
If you understood soul music, them damn Dramatics, man, I wanna go outside.
Yeah. All I know is that in the rain and what you see is what you get.
What you see,
I knew it.
right like I love. You know, some people are made of plastic.
Yes.
Boy, that was a jam.
That
But
was a jam.
Just shopping,
Oh, yeah.
not buying anything.
They had what they going through.
Boy, they had some hits.
But I thought One Way remade that. Shirley, Just Shopping. I didn't know it was dramatic. I don't know who I thought.
No, Just the Dramatics jam. You did One Way.
No, Calm down, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
We got offended. My bad.
No, One Way hell.
Okay.
You talking about One Way to one to make cutie pie?
Yeah.
Al
Hudson, One Way.
Hell no.
Favorite jam.
Damn Dramatics, boy.
All right.
Take
Well,
nothing
shout out
from
to Said, One Way, Cutie Pie.
Ron Banks, L.J. Reynolds.
Dramatic
Squirrel.
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 Junior, what's on your mind right quick, man?
Man, well, Unc, I'm telling you, man, I didn't know
Boy.
all of these songs make you feel like this, dog. They be singing about what they were doing, just shopping, not buying nothing.
Spinning around.
Oh, God.
Spinning around.
I just never heard these songs.
I must be falling in love with you, baby. What's that other jam?
Yeah.
Like a wheel, whirling round and round, roping down a hill, spinning on the ground. Your kisses make me dizzy in the head. Now I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling. Oh, here I go. Down and down I go. I can't help myself.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now to start your morning off with the nephew and run that prank back. What you got, Neff?
Chopper's funeral at the club. Let's go, Cat.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to reach James.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, this is Gerald. I was a friend of your friend Chopper.
Yeah.
And Chopper just passed away last week, right?
Yeah, he did.
I know they supposed to have a funeral and stuff over at Mount Baptist Church. And I don't really know you, but me and Chopper and a bunch of the rest of us, man, we used to hang out at the club not too far from the house. You know, that's pretty much where Chopper was all the time at the club. Anyway, what bunch of us was over at the club talking, man, and we was really wanting to reach out to one of the family members, you know, and then somebody said you was, you know, kind of a good friend of his. And when we decided to call you and see if you didn't mind, do you think that you can talk to some of the family members and see if they don't mind having the funeral at the club?
At the club?
Let me try to explain something to you, James. What we're trying to do is see, we believe.
You said at the club. Come on. The club, there's a funeral. What?
And I understand it, but see, Chopper ain't really go to church a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really go long as I've been knowing him. Now, he love the Lord and stuff like that.
Yeah. But these are church-going folks. They want a funeral.
But I understand, but see, Chopper wouldn't. Chopper went to the club. So what I'm asking you is, let's have the funeral at the club.
Hell no, bruh. Come on. We can't have no funeral at no club, man. Come on. No. What I'm saying is, dog, is that he wasn't really no church going person. I believe that a person ought to be
the last words ought to be said over him in a place he's more familiar with. You know what I'm saying?
Player. No, I don't know what you mean, player. No, this got to be a funeral. This is church folk. I go to church and all my folks go to church. No, we got to do this thing up in church. This is a church thing.
But you don't feel. But do you understand where I'm coming from? No, that man ought to go on, and the last words ought to be in a place he more familiar with. Now, if he went to church, then I understand that. You see what I'm saying?
No, bruh, hell no. See, it's his chance to get himself right. We don't have him up in church in front of everybody. You know, that don't make sense. Who's this again? I mean, who are you?
My name's Ciara.
But who is Gerald? I mean, how do you relate to this? Are you a preacher or are you?
No.
What are you?
No. I was friends with Chopper, and see, I hung out at the club and still hang out there with a whole bunch of was real good friends with Chopper, and we was saying that Chopper's the last words about Chopper ought to be said at the club, because see, that's what Chopper was. But 5-6 days a week, that's what Chopper was.
Yeah, but what church are you affiliated with? I mean, why the hell would I try to talk to the family, make me look stupid in front of the family, telling them to put the thing in a club? How the that gonna go off?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. You know them way more than we do, because
you talking about trying to move from a damn funeral at a church to a damn nightclub or a strip club or something.
No, it's not no strip club, just a nightclub.
It's the same thing, ain't it? I mean, you talking about having folks travel from across the country and meeting in the damn club. What kind of that?
But that's what Chopper was. That's what Chopper was.
How the I'm gonna look if I'm the one telling them to move this to the damn club?
You're gonna look like somebody that's trying to...
I'm gonna look like a fool.
No, you're not. You're gonna look like somebody that's trying to keep it real.
I can't even come to the damn funeral if I was to do some like that.
Okay, let me ask you this here then. Let me ask you this here, Jane. Do you think you can maybe get the body and bring it over to the club?
No, hell no.
Well, I'm just saying, before they even do the funeral or whatever.
Hell no. I ain't touching scared to walk in the dog by myself. What the I'm gonna touch this body for? Hell no.
We're just trying to say our last words at Chopper Man in a place that Chopper
No, hell no. Again, who the are you? How the you get my number?
Somebody at the club had your number, said you was friend.
Why the y'all call me of all folk? Why the y'all call me?
They say you good, you in with the family and you can talk.
I am in with the family, but I ain't in the family make me look stupid. Hell no. Won't y'all, I give y'all the number to the family. Y'all call the family. Y'all tell them that yourself.
Man, I just want trying to get you to bring the body by, man, and let us.
No, I ain't touching no dead body.
We just want to have one last drink with Chopper, man.
You have one with your boys and you get together with them and y'all talk about him and let him know how Chopper was, what kind of person he was, what kind of person he is.
We want Chopper to be there. This is Chopper you talking about, man.
Y'all bring y'all to the church. Y'all need to be up in the church.
We want to have Chopper at the club where we know.
Come on, man. Y'all full of
where we know.
Y'all ain't gonna my up and have my looking like a fool at a damn funeral.
But that's about Chopper, though.
And damn right it's about Chopper.
You bring Chopper to that club.
Y'all tripping, man. I ain't doing I'm just going to this funeral. I'm going to tell the family what I think about Chopper, and I'm moving on. If y'all want to act crazy in front of the family, y'all call the family yourself and do that.
Look, I got one more thing I want to say.
I don't even know your... What?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy...
Oh, you tripping. What?
This Nephew Tommy, man, from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your boy told me to prank you.
Man, y'all full of man. I just know y'all ain't did this.
James, this is Nephew Tommy, man. Your boy.
No, player. Oh, man, I can't believe this. No, he didn't. I can't even believe he did that.
Hey, man, I got one more thing to ask you, man.
Oh,
What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You can thank me later. I'll be back in another hour with some more
welcome.
Stupidity.
Thank you, Nev. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO. Our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, is in the building, and he's waiting and ready.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, the Osundero brothers do a reenactment of the Jussie Smollett attack in their new documentary. Plus, in other entertainment news, yeah.
The reenactment.
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
We back on it?
They have a brand new documentary. We'll talk about it. Plus, in other entertainment news, producers of the 95th Oscars said there were harder jokes written about Will Smith, but they decided to cut them out. We'll talk about all of these stories, like I said, at the top of the hour. But right now, it is time to Ask the CLO. All right, CLO, Cynthia in Louisville writes, my husband loves to go running after work and then come home, eat dinner, and crash. He's a shower once a day kind of guy, and it's usually in the morning, and it's getting hotter now. So how do I get him to take a shower after his evening run?
He can't get in the bed.
Yeah.
Y'all know how to do it. A woman can stop a man from getting in the bed. You're not getting in here. Take a shower.
Yeah.
Because nagging is very effective.
Get your nag on.
Why would he want to
Why do
that?
we have to, though? Yeah. It's always
Well,
Tommy, he nasty.
but see, men different. So, like he figured, I'm gonna shower in the morning.
like I
You know.
I'm tired.
But this running and that's too much. See, I don't like that sticky feeling.
Yeah.
I can't even sleep good like that. I like my skin moving smooth on the sheets and stuff. I don't like when my legs and thighs, underarms is touching, getting stuck. That's a uncomfortable, man.
Yes, it is.
Man, get your ass up. Dog, I done fell asleep like that and got up and took a shower. I went home, man. This come on now.
All right.
Borderline trifling.
Yep. Sorry, Cynthia. All right. Jasmine in Springfield says, I'm 28 years old and I was dating a man that is overweight and unattractive. Never in a million years did I think he'd cheat on me. I'm in shape and beautiful, but he cheated anyway.
Wait a minute. She said she's dating?
Yeah, she's dating him at 28 years old. He's overweight, unattractive.
Okay.
And her question is, CLO, why aren't men ever satisfied, especially the ugly ones? Particular emphasis
because
on
first of all, your ugly, fat, overweight, ugly-ass man got money, which is why you with him in the first place. Let's stop this. If you ain't with him for his weight and you ain't with him for his attractiveness, then what's the pull? Is he bought you stuff and took care of you? That's why you with him. Hey, quit playing this game right here. So now, since he know that's why you with him and that's the bait that's worked, he ain't got no problem spreading the bait around nowhere else.
He moving around.
See, y'all, but see, listen to me, man. Stop this. He's overweight and unattractive. What you with him for? Cause of what he do. You all will overlook weight and looks if a dude can give you the lifestyle you want. And women do it all the damn time.
You ain't saying that
part on this show.
You ain't lied yet. You ain't lied.
Will overlook a multitude of sins if he can give you the lifestyle and take care of you the way you want it to.
Guilty as charged.
Girl, please.
Girl, he ain't lying. He telling the truth.
I know good and well. Girl, I know that's the truth. So this she done wrote in, why can't he? No. Because that bait worked for you, he gonna spread this bait around. He got money for that other girl too.
So she should get a broke, cute person.
Why don't you try getting somebody that care about you? See, that's where you start.
Oh, there's that.
Get somebody that care about you. Get somebody you can build something together. See, when y'all get these ready-made men that ain't really
made.
They think it ain't no ugly cheaters out there. That's what they think. I don't know why they think.
Man, please. Tell him, Tommy.
You know that.
He said, tell him, Tommy.
There's some ugly cheaters out there. Come on, man.
All right, moving on. Jasmine, I hope you got the message. Marquise in Key West says, I've been dating a woman for 3 years, but I don't love her romantically, and we haven't had sex this year. Ooh, this is Mark. What? I do value our friendship, and I wouldn't want it to end because I broke up with her. Is it possible to remain close friends after a breakup?
Ain't it March? We ain't
That's
done
what I
nothing
just
this
said.
year.
That's March. CLO?
I don't understand. I mean, I don't know why you with somebody you ain't in love with for 3 years. See, you done got used to her.
Oh.
It's easy to be with her. You ain't in love with her. If you ain't had sex this year, you ain't had sex with her this year.
Well, that's what he said, yeah. We haven't had sex.
No. He had sex.
Right, I get you.
He's having it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't had it with her.
Right.
So it's cause you ain't in love with her, dog. You done outgrew it. Why don't you get somebody you love? See, you value the friendship. Why don't you tell her you just want to be free and see how that go? Now she gonna stalk you, and I want you to be looking. Yeah, she gonna stalk you, dog.
What?
Yeah, and I want you to be aware of a couple of things too. Cause listen to me closely, dog. If you walk out of a building, always look at your clothes when you walk out of a building.
Wait, what?
Always look at your clothes when you walk out of a building.
What does that mean?
What's that for?
Because it could be a red dot on your shirt somewhere.
Oh, really?
Infrared.
That heifer is across the street on top of a building.
You're
And she
stupid.
finna take your ass out. Now, you can go in there and
sniping?
tell her. Yeah, you go in there and tell her you just won't be friends if you want to. I'm just letting you know. That's all I'm gonna say. CLO.
Women put men in the friend zone all the time if they're not
Yeah,
attracted.
but y'all don't like getting put in it though. Especially if y'all been especially after y'all been doing more than friendly stuff. Now, you don't want this? Well, who you getting it from? You know that's where you're going. And then also you've been cheating, and then you know what's gonna happen after that. It is hard to. Best thing you could do, dog, is move out of state.
Now he got to relocate.
Yeah, you got to uproot, dog. Cause you go in there and tell this woman y'all just finna be friends. There finna be no peace in your valley.
All over town.
Oh, dog.
All right.
Oh, dog.
All right, last one, Steve. Last one. This is from Deshay. Deshay in Richmond writes, whenever I'm out with my boyfriend, he's always commenting on how other women look. He's a gentleman and opens doors for women, but then he follows them inside with his eyes. Is he being chivalrous or disrespectful in my presence?
Well, he's being chivalrous.
Because he's opening doors.
Yeah, he's not being disrespectful to you because he don't know you watching him.
What?
You can't expect us not to see her.
So when you open the door, you got to do all this with your eyes.
With your eyes.
See, what he got to do
We
is...
see you.
No, see, what he's stupid is, he got to open the door for his girl and her. And he got to let them go through, and while they going through, then you follow.
You need some shade.
See,
You need some shade.
Okay, whatever. Coming up.
Technique is wrong. Technique.
his problem is he getting in front of his girl and she watching his head.
Yeah,
Stay
he's
behind
stupid.
both of them, dog.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration, join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
Well, in their first extensive interview since testifying at former Empire actor Jussie Smollett's trial, the Osendero brothers returned to the Chicago block for the first time since that chilly January 2019 morning for the 5-part docuseries, Jussie Smollett, Anatomy of a Hoax. The Osendero brothers said on the morning they prepared to allegedly help Jussie, that they were helping him stage this racist and homophobic attack against him in 2019. He didn't show up on time. They said, quote, yeah, he was late. He was late for the hoax.
He had to get the sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
The prop.
Yeah.
The football.
He said, the brother said, quote, we made sure we got there at 2 a.m. sharp. Take a listen.
And we had to plan our escape route to survey the land. His building is actually right here, right above the stairs that we're going to attack him at. We made sure we got there at 2 a.m. sharp.
On the dot.
On the dot. We had no phones because he did not want us to bring any phones. He said, so we don't lose them. I don't know if that's really the reason, but you can deduce your own reason. So 2 a.m., he was nowhere to be found. He was not there. So we were like, damn, what do we do?
Yeah, you late.
Damn, we ain't got no victim.
Right. You're late for your own hoax.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen Jussie?
It's 2 a.m. on a cold Chicago morning.
Right.
All right. We all remember the trial back in December of 2021. A jury found Smollett guilty of 5 of the 6 disorderly conduct counts. He was sentenced in March of last year to 150 days in jail, but only served 6 days in the Cook County Jail. We all know Jussie Smollett still proclaims his innocence, okay?
Jussie got to stop this. Jussie got to stop just proclaiming your innocence. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You got to cut this out.
But
we got these Africans doing documentaries.
All right, listen to this. The brothers went on to say, we started tussling and moving around. Take a listen.
Then I threw him to the ground. He wanted it to look like he fought back. That was very important for him because he said, hey, don't just beat my ass. Make it look like I'm fighting back and whatnot. So we did that. And then I threw him to the ground. He had no bruise. I wanted it to look more real. So after I threw him to the ground, I used my knuckle and gave him a noogie. So I went like this. Why did I do that? To give him a scar, to give him a mark, to make it look real, like he really did get his ass beat. After I did that, I fake kicked him. I don't know what he was doing. I wasn't paying attention.
That's where I came around with the bleach, the infamous bleach in the hot sauce bottle, poured it on his shirt. Then I finally put the rope around his face.
Man, Jussie got to be on time. It's too much of
directed this.
Golly.
I got to watch this documentary.
I want to see this.
See, that's why Jussie got to come off this. He ain't. He's still
on,
Jussie.
Yeah, you got to fess up, man.
I tell you what,
Jussie, they explaining too much of this.
Yeah. I say that because they can follow some directions. They got some directions down. Oh, and
you got to be pretty good to be the actor and the director at the same time. Wait a minute. Now beat my ass a little more, and I'm gonna fight you back though. And
it
where
wasn't
my where my sandwich at? I just lost my damn sandwich. He said it earlier.
He said, then I came with the bleach and the hot sauce.
Yeah, it wasn't blood, it was hot sauce. What in the world?
You need to cut that out, Jussie. Talking about you innocent.
Too much.
All right.
Wait. Let me tell y'all this, though. A little bit more. He said,
please let me hear.
He said, I didn't put the rope around his neck like he said. It was his face. I said, Justin, you got to stop.
Yeah. Too many lies. Too many lies.
Come on.
Has he worked since then? Has he worked since?
Yeah, he's done a couple of things.
They wrote off his character on Empire.
Since then, since Empire.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, moving on to other entertainment news. Jimmy Kimmel's Oscars monologue contained some jokes about the slapping incident at last year's ceremony, but he was actually prepared to go much harder on Will Smith. Kimmel's wife, Molly McNearney, says that she was also an executive producer of the Oscars telecast, and she says there were a lot more Will Smith jokes written for the monologue, but they were ultimately cut. She told People magazine, "We didn't want to make this year all about last year. I cannot tell you how many Will Smith jokes we had then that we had to get rid of. We think that was only best for the show, and the room made it. You know, there were certainly some jokes that went harder, but we didn't think that was our place to do that. That should be Chris Rock, not us." Well, Chris Rock came through now, didn't he?
Yeah.
He understood the assignment.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So there were much harder jokes besides that one that Jimmy Kimmel said about if there's any violence here, we'll give you a best Oscar and give you an opportunity to do a 19-minute speech. Acceptance speech. Yeah.
They'll never forget. It's just
No.
You won't forget it. It was
The most unforgettable Oscar moment of all time.
Of all time.
And it was a negative one.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, it's eating him alive because he's been the golden boy. He's not handled this well at all.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. An immediate apology would have been nice.
What's going on in that house right there? What's in that house?
Yeah, all of a sudden that wrong name at the Miss Universe pageant ain't that big, is it now?
How are you making this about you?
Always do.
Talk about live TV moments.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I've been in them. We were hanging there, doggy.
All right, coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we'll talk about Ciara's Vanity Fair Oscar party dress. Woo! Right after this. Okay.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, so let's talk about Ciara and this dress. She took risque to a new level and practically shut down the Vanity Fair Oscar party red carpet when she arrived in a barely there sheer netted gown by Dundas that was fresh off the Paris runway, for Fashion Week. The shimmering halter dress showed everything, including a tiny black thong that covered very little. She also covered her breasts with nude nipple covers. Fans have mixed reactions to Ciara's look. Some people thought it was amazing, and others felt it was something that should be worn at home for her husband in private.
I was looking at Russell's face. Russell didn't look like he was happy. That's what it looked to me. Russell looked like he was. I know they argued about that before they left the house. They had. I don't know how they got out that house, but Russell was angry when he left that house.
Pretty shocking. Yeah.
Yeah. He was shocked the whole way in the car on the way to the Oscar. Russell was shocked.
To the party. Yeah.
I think they agreed to it.
Oh, you disagree with what Tommy's saying? You don't think it was an argument?
I think they agreed to it. You know,
that was the
she
look for her.
She really wanted to wear it, and he saw how much she wanted to wear it, and go for it, babe.
He agreed to that.
I mean,
did you see how he stood in that picture when they were taking that picture? Did you see his face?
I haven't seen. Send it to me, somebody. Yeah. Monica, please.
His face don't look like he agreed to. I'm gonna tell you that.
He didn't look happy. He did.
No, he didn't look happy. He did
not an agreeable face.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, look, you got to know.
Business. Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. Your wife, you have a special place for her. as opposed to anybody else. And I know he does. He loves this girl, man. He loves his family. He's a great guy. I love them as a couple.
I do
Me too. Power couple. Me
but
too.
you know that when people looking at your wife.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now look at that picture. And look at his face. Now look at Russell's face. When you see this here,
Russell
now,
look like
Russell look like he comfortable right here?
All you had to do was just put on the pantsuit.
You don't think Russell talking under his breath? I'm telling you, you shouldn't want that damn dread. I'm telling you,
he's talking through his teeth.
Talking through his teeth. I'm telling you shouldn't want this damn dread. You got folks looking at me crazy. All my football friends are looking at me crazy because you done walked out the house with this damn dress on. That don't make no damn sense.
Well, I mean, it was at the Oscars. It's over now, but people are still talking about it.
I mean, Lord have mercy, fine.
Yes, she is. She's beautiful. Yeah. Great body, all of it.
I love them, though. I love them as a couple. That's the thing, man. And so, that's their business. That husband and wife, they work that out. Now, me and Marjorie, though, we going to be in that we going to be throwing hands.
Coming up.
Yeah. I'm going to tear the dress at the house. I'm going to just let you know that.
Coming up in 34 minutes after the hour, we'll check Steve's voicemail, 877-29-STEVE, 877-29-STEVE, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now to check Steve's voicemail, and if you would like to leave a message for Steve, all you have to do is call him, 877-29-STEVE. You never know, you might just hear your call on the air. Steve, are you ready?
Yeah.
Stay ready. That's what I wanted you to say. Tootie from Compton, California has something for you, Steve.
Hey, Steve. It's Tootie from Compton, California. I was calling basically to say thank you. Hello to everybody that's on the show as well. But I was calling to say thank you. I've been really overwhelmed with life, and I've been trying to find ways to stay motivated. So I went on YouTube, and I came across your motivational video, and it really uplifted me. So then I downloaded the iHeartRadio and started listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show every day. And I promise you, I've noticed a difference within my attitude, within my thought process, and I just really want to genuinely say from my heart, I appreciate you, man. I know you get these all the time, but I'm a cancer survivor, and I'm struggling every day to be happy when I'm really grateful to be alive, but it still get overwhelming sometimes, and I just really want to thank you. It's not just me you touch. I know it's plenty of people you touch. God bless you, and thank you so much. I love you, Steve Harvey.
Hey, Tootie, I appreciate you saying that, and Steve Harvey loves you back. But more importantly, God loves you more than I could ever possibly. And that's the good thing. When you open up your mind and your heart to a relationship with God, you don't have to be saved. You don't have to be Christian. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be able. You don't have to be healed. You can have a relationship with God just like you are. Broken, unhappy, dissatisfied, confused, challenged, all of that. He take all that. That's how he wants you. The mistake people make is they try to fix themselves and then go to God. That ain't how it work, y'all. Take your broken, disgruntled, unhappy, depressed, bored, overwhelmed, confused, don't know where to turn to self over there to him just like that, and watch him do what he do. And just tell him, man, this is my situation. I'm broken. Can you help me? And then watch. He gonna help you. Next, Shirley.
All right. Andrew left a message regarding Richard Pryor, Steve.
Yes, sir, Mr. Steve Harvey. My name is Andrew Harvey Jones. I was just sending a message to let you know I believe that you could really do Richard Pryor some great service right about now in the comedy world or a movie, something like that. But hey, who am I to know? Thank you, and you have a great day. Love you, Mr. Steve Harvey.
Appreciate you, Drew.
Old radio voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He old school player. He mean what he say. I think the window's passed for me to play that role. That was a time when I was younger, it would have worked. but I was told I wasn't good enough actor for it, which they don't know. They don't know. But and I know that.
Who told you?
I don't want to say that.
Oh.
Because he's famous. And
he told you weren't good enough to play Richard Pryor?
Is he an actor himself?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Did he tell you what you should work on?
No. He said he was going to do it.
Huh?
Oh. So he was hating.
All right then. Well, okay.
And that was before 2005. You ain't seen the movie, have you?
Not at all.
Wait.
Guess I wasn't the only one that could act good enough.
Wow, that was what?
He shot his own
years?
movie. He did it.
Yeah.
JoJo Dancer.
Yeah. JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling.
He did it himself.
Yeah. Yeah, but Steve, you do look like Richard Pryor.
Hey man, I got pictures of him and me, and like it's crazy. Let me ask y'all something.
Did he think you looked like him?
Well, he knew my act was like his. His wife Flynn had told him about me. That's when he called me first time.
Oh wow.
You the Ian Flynn telling me about.
You the Ian.
Wow.
Okay.
Tell us more when we come back. All right, coming up next, prank phone call from the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is get in, get it on, and get on out. We'll get into that in just a bit, but right now it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. Nephew, what you got?
I got it. I got a quote that's been quoted all over the country in every black household. We've said it. It's been said to you. The title is, don't let them white folk help you get your ass whooped. Don't let them white folks help you get your ass whooped. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Hey, I'm trying to reach Terrell.
Yeah, it's Terrell. Who this?
Hey, Terrell, this is Drake. Hey, you work the day shift, right?
Yeah, I work at the day shift. I'm actually at work right now. What's going on? You need something?
I'm on the night shift with Deshaun and Jamal. I'm on the night shift with them.
I don't know them, but is there something I can help you with, man? I'm at work, brother. What's going on?
Yeah, we got a problem. So listen, us on the night shift, we hearing that you supposed to be telling everybody that we ain't doing something right. Listen, when we get a load in at the dock, we check that load in, we file it like we supposed to file it, and then we take the forklift and put everything where it's supposed to be. That's what we do.
What they got to do with me, brother? I'm at work
because
right now.
they saying that you saying that we ain't doing our job right on the night shift.
Who is they? You got the wrong person, brother. Who is they? For one, don't tell me what they said. Who said?
You Terrell, right?
Yeah, it's Terrell, but who is they? And I ain't say nothing like that. You got the wrong person,
but let me go and clear it up like this here though. Don't let them white folks help you get your whooped. Here?
Yeah, my whooped. Who gonna whoop my brother?
Dog, I'm telling you right now, if we get one more complaint about they talking about the night shift ain't doing something right, I'm gonna tell you right now, we coming up there to the day shift, and you gonna get your ass whooped. You gonna let them white folks help you get your ass whooped, man.
What are you talking about, brother? For one, I ain't making any complaints. If you bring your black on down here, then you talking about whooping somebody. Come on down here. I'll put this forklift up your.
Hey, bro, you can do all this woofing you doing right now. You can do all this woofing. What I'm letting you know is one more complaint go down about somebody saying something about the night shift. I'm coming up there personally.
Bro, bring your down here then, man. I ain't trying to hear all this bullshit. I'm at work right now. You called me with this bullshit. I don't even know who you are. Talking about the night shift. Matter of fact, don't come down during the day shift. I'll wait for your to come to the night shift.
But you can do what you want to do.
I'll work a double and whip your and work that double.
Whatever you got to do. It don't matter to me, Terrell. It don't matter to me. All I'm saying is, you up there.
You shouldn't have told you leave. Don't call me with this bullshit.
Why you running your mouth? Why you running your mouth, folks? Why are you running your mouth to them white folks talking about we ain't doing our job on the night shift?
Nobody nothing. You better call somebody else. Don't call me with this bullshit now.
So what? Why your voice getting high? Cause you're lying.
Wait, thinking, what the you talking about? Who called me with this? Hey
man,
you working tonight? Hey, you working tonight?
Okay, I'm working tonight. You forget
tonight. I'm gonna stay over. I'm gonna work a double just to whoop your ass.
Okay, well, come get this double ass whooping then. Okay? Come get this double ass whooping, because we already done found out you the person running your mouth to them white folks talking about the night shift ain't do. Night shift ain't put this way it was supposed to go. Night shift ain't checked this order in right. Night shift. You blaming every.
Why don't you stop up and people will stop saying you messed up? Stop up and people won't complain on the day shift. It sounds
we messing up on the night shift. That's what I'm telling you, boy.
It sounds like you up. They probably need to fire your.
Okay, cool. Ignorant. You know what? How long before you get off, man? How long before you get off?
Oh, I ain't
How long before you get off?
I'm working a double. I'm getting paid to whoop your tonight. Come on in, boy.
All right,
Come
cool.
on, boy.
Cool. Let's say no more. So how your wife Cynthia doing?
What? How you know my wife, man?
How's she doing?
How the do you know my wife?
I'm asking you a question.
You really cruising for a bruising. You really cruising for a bruising. How the you know my wife, man? Huh?
You want?
How you know my wife, huh?
I'm finna tell you. You want to know how I know your wife?
Yeah.
Do you want to know how I know your wife?
Yeah. How you know my wife?
Terrell, this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife Cynthia got me to prank phone call you.
What? Steve Harvey Morning Show. What?
Terrell, slow down. This nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife Cynthia.
Ooh, nephew Tommy, you almost got your ass whooped, boy. God, I was star 69 in the out this call. I was coming to whoop that boy. God, you damn near got me fired. The whole factory looking at me right now. God, I might have to kick your just for this if I get fired. Hey, this was nephew Tommy. Yeah, pretty seen Harvey show. God, yeah, nephew Tommy talking to him right now.
Hey, Terrell, do me a favor, man. You got to tell me this. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show. Oh, man, y'all got me.
Yes, you sounded like Junior for a minute.
Why your voice get high?
High-pitched voice.
Star 69, though.
Man.
Let them white folks help you get your behind whooped. That's what's going to happen. Classics. Classic. All right, April Fools is going down. Y'all already know Comedy Jam number 6. All right, that is Junior, Dominique, Rodney Perry, yours truly, nephew Tommy, and Monique, the queen of comedy. That is at Texas Trust, Dallas, Texas. April Fools, April the 1st, Saturday night. You do not want to miss it. Tickets are on sale right now. All right, laying in the cut April the 15th. The nephew is going to Bowling Green, Kentucky. Me and my man Life Jennings, laugh and love, baby, laugh and love. Southern Kentucky Performing Arts Center. All right, you do not want to miss it. Tickets are on sale right now, April the 15th. I've been informed that is not tax day. It has moved to the 18th, but I will be there on the 15th. So come hang out with your boy in Life Jennings, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Nah.
All right.
Nah.
Yeah. Sounds like fun.
Junior, we're finna grab the mic, boy.
Hey, man, just call my name.
Microphone.
Just call my name.
Watch your time.
Call my name.
Watch your time.
Watch your time. You know who you're working with.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about my time. I got my time. I'm cool. Just call my name.
We good. We're going to have a good time.
I'm
Do your time. Get your ass off stage.
Stay in prison.
Both of us.
Steve Harvey, comedy coach. I like it.
Anybody say anything about me, handle it immediately. Don't be scared.
No.
Oh, wow.
You just catching on, Junior. You just catching on. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I ain't know you felt that way. Yes, you did.
I got it. Okay. I got it. Got me. Got it.
Tell him, holler at your boy.
Yeah.
They
from
stopped.
From that engagement till today. Woo.
Texas Trust. Don't miss it. April Fool's night. Saturday night in Dallas, Texas.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, man.
Stupid.
You sure you don't want to come?
Where is it going to be, Junior?
The Texas Trust Theater, April 1st.
Where is that at, Junior?
Down in Dallas.
In Dallas?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Do you know if I walk out on the stage in Dallas, Texas?
Yeah.
Because, that's like where it all really, really popped off for me.
Yeah.
You should perform.
Boy, you don't understand. I walk in there and shut it down. Ain't gonna be no next.
All right, guys. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter subjects: get in, get it on, and get on out. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business, because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration, join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, on dating, on work, on sex, on parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. You never know. It could be yours. Okay?
You never know. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject: get in, get it on, and get on out. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 34-year-old single man, and I'm not ready to settle down, but one female in particular has me hooked. I was the type of guy to get in, get it on, and get on out, but she has flipped the script on me, so now I need advice from the master. I'm seeing 3 different women regularly, but I'm taking precautions and I'm being respectful to the ladies. So far, none of them have been in their feelings. I'm the one that's getting caught up, and it's the 4th woman on my roster that's got my nose wide open, as my daddy said. She's a professional single mother, and her son is always respectful, her house is always clean, and she is always in the best mood when we're together. I don't mind being seen with her because she always knows how to act, how to order food, and how to pick up a check sometimes. She insists on paying the bill every once in a while, so I let her if it's something small, like when we go get smoothies. Yes, I get smoothies with her and her son if she invites me. The only thing that bothers me is that she doesn't need me. The other women expect small tokens of appreciation if I sleep with them, and I understand that. This 4th woman gets me in, we get it on, and then she expects me to leave before her son realizes I'm there. That's such a turn on for me. I think I may be falling in love with her. My dad said it's because she has high standards for herself. If that's the case, why is she sleeping with me with no strings attached? I often wonder if she has a roster of other men or if I am special to her. I would love to see where our relationship can go, but I don't know how to bring it up to her. Can we go from friends with benefits to a monogamous relationship? Wow. This is different. You're right. We usually get these kinds of letters from women, but thank you for showing us your vulnerability. Thank you for showing us what some men really want. Men can get caught up too. You said you love just everything about her almost, this one woman, except the fact that she doesn't seem to need you. And men want to be needed, don't they? But it's not that she doesn't need you. It's just that she loves herself and puts herself and her needs first. It's like your dad says. She has high standards. She's a smart woman. She knows what kind of man you are. She knows that you have more than one woman. She's not going to get caught up like that. She's just not going to do it. Everyone likes someone that's hard to get and not easy. And men like women that they have to work for and do things for. So keep working at it. Let her know you're serious. You know, you can spend more time with her. And in order to do that, guess what? You're going to have to lose some weight, let some of those other women go. Plus, you have to start making plans that include her and her son. Clean up your act. Make sure you can take care of them, provide for them before you shoot your shot. So get your finances in order, all of that. If you're not serious about this woman, though, if you're not serious about doing right by her, don't play with her. Just keep it right where it is. Steve?
This is very simple for me. Shirley made a statement that thank you for showing us your vulnerable side. I want to say something. This that's happening to this 34-year-old man, it happens to every last one of us. It is going to happen. This is a letter that so explains what I've always said. All men can change. All men will change. But there is only one woman that we are going to change for. And well, that's what this letter is about. This is about a 34-year-old single man who said he was not ready to settle down, but there's one female in particular that's got me hooked. He talk about he want to get it in, get it on, get on out, but he said this one to flip the script. So now you need advice from the master. So he's come to Steve Harvey. But your father is a master too, because he's seen this movie before, because guess what? It happened to your father with your mama. So your father had already told it to you. You're seeing 3 different women regularly. You're taking precautions and you're being respectful. So far, ain't none of them been in their feelings. Because really, most of them know what they got. Because when you got time for 3 women, you ain't got time for one. So they already know if you ain't here, you got to be somewhere. You understand? You ain't giving none of them full-time attention because you can't, because you got your time split by 3. Now you got it split by 4. So everybody know what a quarter of attention is. So far, none of them been in their field. But that 4th woman on my roster got your nose wide open. Your daddy said, as your daddy said, your nose wide open. She's a professional single mother. Her son is always respectful. She raising her kid right. Her house is always clean, and she's always in the best mood when we're together. She's a great person. Sounds like a good catch. I don't mind being seen with her because she always knows how to act right there. Now, you're having a problem with a couple being seen with them other ones. Because they just good for that activity. But you see, when a man say, I don't mind being seen with her because she knows how to act, because he done been with somebody that done got out there and acted out. She know how to order food, how to pick up a check sometimes. I hate that you say that. She insists on paying the bill every once in a while, so I let her. If it's something small, like when we get smoothies, okay, I understand that. I get smoothies with her and her son if she invites me. Only thing that bothers me is that she don't need me. When we come back, I'll explain what he means by that, ladies. And I'm going to show you how you catch what you want.
We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, get in, get it on, and get on out. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
He's being respectful of the women. He always protects himself. He's being respectful. So far, none of them have been in their feelings. And the reason that no one's getting caught up in their feelings is because they know they own a roster. Because if you got 4 women, there's no way you can devote your time to one. So they know what part-time is. But they're also getting some benefits we found on later in the letter. Mm-hmm. But the problem is, so far, none of them been in their feelings. But it's the one that I'm getting caught up with, and it's the 4th one. She got my nose wide open, like your daddy say. She's a professional single mother, and her son is always professional, respectful. Now, you say you've come to me because you need advice from the master. But I got to tell you something. Your daddy's spot on. Your daddy's a master, too. Don't take much to be a master. You just got to have lived it. Your daddy done lived it. He done told you she got your nose wide open. He already seen this movie before. She's a professional single mother. Her son is always respectful. Her house is always clean. And she's always in the best mood when we're together. Sound like a great catch to me. I don't mind being seen with her because she always knows how to act. The reason a man write that in the letter, ladies, because one of these 3 women that he takes out, these 3 women here can't go nowhere with him because they done went out and showed out. She knows how to order food. Y'all, you got them other ones. You down at dinner. You down at Denny's with this other one, and she all in the back of the menu. You at IHOP, and she all in the back of the menu. When we go to Denny's, we get the breakfast slam and the moons over my hammock. You don't go in the back of the menu. When you go to IHOP, you stay at the front of the menu. Get what's on the damn sign. What is you all back here talking about? I want some shrimps. This ain't what they do back here. What is you ordering the shrimp dinner for? Yeah, now you all in the back ordering stuff. You want, I want the chicken fried steak. That's not what they do. You all back on page 4. Get up in here in the front. She insists on paying the bill every once in a while, so I let her. It's something small, like when we get smoothies. Yes, I get smoothies with her and the son when she invites me, so now you like it. Only thing that bothers me is she don't need me. Now, ladies, this is where some of us ladies make mistakes. By demonstrating that you don't need a man is not always the smart move, because now a man don't get to be the knight in shining armor. He don't get to ride in at the cavalry over the hill and save the day. He don't be able to rescue the damsel in distress. You have got to show some form of vulnerability so a man can see where he fits in. That's what we're looking for. Now, that's what bothers him. The other women expect small tokens of appreciation if I sleep with them, and I understand that. So it's a pay to play situation. You know, I'm sleeping with you. I need help with my rent. This woman ain't doing that, and he expects me. And then the other women expect tokens of appreciation if I sleep, and I understand. The 4th woman gets me in, we get it on, and she expects me to leave for her son realizes I'm here. That's because she don't want her son to see somebody that might not be around for the long haul and have some ignorant thoughts about her mama. This woman is smart. That's such a turn on for me. I think I may be falling in love with her. My dad says because she got high standards for herself. See, now you see what a real woman act like. She's a single mother. She handling her business. She taking care of the way she cares about what her son and her child feels. She wants you in and out. She likes you. She ain't putting a whole lot in it. She hoping you step up to the plate. Because she ain't just in here playing with you like a boy toy. She really wants you to step up to the plate. And she hoping you do. But she ain't going to make that move. Now, she got high standards. And if that's the case, why is she sleeping with me with no strings attached? Everybody don't want to be paid to sleep with. Them ain't strings. You saying with no strings attached. No, there's no money attached. She don't want to equate her body and her love with a payment. How you don't see that, homie? She don't want that. She's saying, I'm good enough as I am. Now, when you realize I'm worth more, would you please let me know? But in the meantime, please don't drop no rent money off on my counter, because I'm not that girl. I often wonder if she has a roster of other men. Why? She taking care of herself. She's a professional. Or if I'm special to her. You probably are. I would love to see how a relationship can go, but I don't know how to bring it up. Yeah, you know how to bring it up to her. Bring it up to her. Right. Can we go from friends with benefits to a monogamous relationship? That's what she's hoping for. So why don't you man up, zip it up, and come on in there with a plan? But you got to cut them other heifers loose, though, dog.
All right. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, it is Sports Talk with Junior right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
Okay, well, start with the NFL, Shirley List. Still no word on Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, or is he going to stay in Green Bay? But Aaron Rodgers did send a wish list to the Jets. So is that a sign he going? Because there's some players. He got some players he want to see in Jets uniform. Like his former wide receiver, Adam Lazard. He just signed a 4-year, $44 million deal with the Jets. Then he also would like to have Mercedes Lewis, the tight end for the Green Bay Packers, to go to the Jets. And he also wants Randall Cobb, wide receiver who was playing with Green Bay. He wants him to go to the Jets. But he got 1 out of 3 right now. Now, does that mean he's going? Yeah, he's trying to pick a team, man. He holding the Jets.
Have you heard something about Lamar?
And Lamar Jackson can start taking offer sheets from other teams because he still hadn't signed his franchise tag. So they can give him offer now. Now, some people say he wanted to go to the Titans. Now, this could happen. If they give up
he was going to sign with the Redskins.
All they need to do is just give up 2 first-round picks. That's all they got to do. And they got to match the offer.
I'm hearing everything but the Texas.
Okay, I'll give you one.
He's not going down there.
I'll give you one time.
He nobody go down there and run for their life. Hike. Oh, hell.
The only move we made in free agency, Tommy, is we just we signed a guard. That's all I can tell you. Listen, his name's Shaq Mason. That's it.
And he ain't got nobody to guard.
Also, man, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to the Las Vegas Raiders. You got a 3-year, $67 million deal, man. Brock Purdy from San Francisco. Brock Purdy gonna be the starter, or is it gonna be Trey Lance? We got to see, but we know Jimmy G ain't gonna be there. That's one thing we do know.
It's going to be Mr. Irrelevant. That's who it's going to be. That
little boy did play, man. So also, Darren, but here's the thing, Darren Waller, who was a tight end for the Raiders, he got traded to the New York Football Giants. So there's one weapon Garoppolo going to be without. They gave up a 3rd-round pick for him. Cowboys have traded for Indianapolis cornerback Stephon Gilmore. Ooh, Stephon Gilmore going from the Colts to the Cowboys. Still nothing about the Texans, Tommy. I'm sorry I had
What position he play?
Cornerback.
They're trying to get somebody on the other side over there from Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, man.
Trayvon Diggs, whichever one.
I think it's Trayvon, but I think that's going to be a nice secondary there. You got it.
Still, the Cowboys ain't going nowhere, dog. I hate to say that, but they just, I don't see it, man. I don't like the coach. To me, it's been that redhead boy that was coaching him, Garrison. They kept him too long. I think they got the talent, man. I think it's a coach. I don't like this fat boy McCarthy. I don't think he know what he's doing.
What? Coming up at the top of the hour, there's a guy on social media, Steve, who needs advice. He says his son is flirting with his wife's friends. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration, join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
All right, Steve. So Jack on Facebook writes, my son's turning into a player. He's now 16 years old and clearly has a thing for older women. Occasionally we'll have friends over, and there have been multiple reports of my kid making some smooth moves on some of my wife's friends. The first time I heard about it, it was kind of funny. Now, though, it's happened 5 times that I know about. Do we need to step in on this or just stop inviting my wife's very attractive friends over? What's the deal?
Well, it's the boy ain't really no problem. You could step to your son and tell him, hey, these grown folks don't come in here with that. They starting to mumble about it. Do it again. I'm going to have to talk to you. Now, listen, you got to say something if that's really the problem. But I'm curious why this man is writing us about his 16-year-old son. Why? I really think the problem is him.
Who?
The father.
You think the problem is with the dad?
With the wife's very attractive friends.
Oh. They fine. They ain't attractive. They fine.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah. See, and he know it. Yeah, he wrote a letter. What can he say to the boy? He need advice for himself.
Yeah. Oh, himself.
Yeah. He need to know. He trying to talk himself down off this bridge.
Himself. You know who we talking about.
It's himself.
Is Miss Niecy coming over again, Dave?
Not Miss Niecy.
Ooh, I love Miss Niecy.
What he say, Junior?
Dad, is Miss Niecy coming back over, boy? Let's see. That outfit she had on. Golly, them heels. I'm going to say something when she come back. I'm going to say something.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So you're thinking
the problem is him. Yes, it
wow.
does.
Yeah.
It's the he just look, man. Look, it happens. In
what
life.
happens?
You're gonna run into your wife, gonna have some friends. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Go sit your stupid ass down somewhere and shut your damn mouth.
That's never happened to you, right, Steve?
I sits my ass down somewhere and shut. The best I do is offer coffee.
That's all I can do for you.
They always say, wow, for him to be on TV, he is so polite. Yeah. Ladies, y'all need anything? Hey, baby, you want some coffee? I treat her like a queen in front of them girls. Baby, y'all need anything? Let me get somebody down here for you. I've actually taken the coffee in the room for her.
What?
Oh,
hell yeah.
Look at you.
I know how to get them brownie points, man, just in case.
Oh, Marjorie, Steve's so sweet. I see why you married him.
Ain't I
all of that.
Any of your sons been in that situation?
Oh, yeah, they done said something about a couple of friends. Marjorie slapped taste out their mouth. I wish you would go over there and say something to her. And deeper still, I want her to say something back to you because I'm going to kill both of y'all.
Ooh, deeper still.
Deeper still. You caught that deeper still.
Yeah.
Okay. If we have time, we have another one. This is from Jaleel on Steve Harvey FM. He says, I'm a high school guy taking on my first part-time job. I have a question for more seasoned employees than me. Since I'm in school, they said I can't be part-time, so I'm working 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. I was also told that they have to give me at least one 30-minute break during my shift. Well, I've been working about a month now, and each day but one. I've been told to clock out for my break, but it always happens during a rush, and I've been asked to come back and help out even though I'm on my break and off the clock. I kind of asked about it once and was hit with substantial attitude. What's the real story with this? I like the job and want the experience, but I also don't want to get used. Okay.
I want my 30 minutes.
Get to 30.
That's life, dog. It happens.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get 30, but they ask you to come back early. You're going to have to start taking your break earlier before the rush or after the rush is over.
Okay.
That's all to it. Life ain't fair, dog.
All right, coming up in 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Former GMA 3 anchors Amy Robach and TJ Holmes are reportedly in Los Angeles pitching ideas for their first post-Good Morning America gig. The couple who, of course, they were fired from GMA over their affair. They want to co-host a daytime talk show. Well, a TV executive said, quote, two attractive hosts mix in a romantic drama. Who wouldn't want to watch them interact every day? Sounds good to me. Yeah, questions. For the guys, would you want to do a TV talk show with your spouse, quote, partner every day? Would you want to do that?
No.
You wouldn't do a show with Aunt Marjorie?
Work and home?
Like Kelly and Mark now, instead of Kelly and Ryan. Kelly's gonna work with her husband now every day and be at home.
Well, he got to do something to contribute. No. I'm already contributing.
No,
I like missing my girl, seeing her, ain't seen her.
Okay.
All day, the end at night.
And then you got to come home and talk about work.
Talk about
work. See, what I'm not going to do is have her telling me what to do at work, too. That's not going to happen.
That's going to get on your nerves.
Completely.
No.
Junior, you're newlywed.
No, that's what I'm saying. You gonna wear the newness off fast. I know the newness is gonna be over.
Yeah. Y'all just gonna be wed.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up in 33 minutes after, we'll play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for another round of Would You Rather. Would you rather go 1 month with only a tank top on, or would you rather go 1 month with only a Speedo? That's it.
What do you mean? Just the only article of clothing?
Yeah, just a tank top or a Speedo. Which one? Only. Just for a month. Just for a month.
You mean every day that's all you can wear?
Just for a month, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put them Speedos on.
I can't put Speedo on.
I got to. I can't. I just can't be out like this. It's just too much. It's too much, brother. Because you got to care. You got to care about this area all damn day.
All right. Would you rather make out at the movies, or would you rather make out at the back seat of a car? In the back seat of a car, movies or a car?
In the car. The car gonna lead to something. That movie is uncomfortable. That chair right there. You ever tried that chair? That chair's uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, making out in a car is comfortable?
No, it's not. At least I've done it before.
There's some work though in it.
I was way younger.
Something else.
All right, here's another one. Would you rather do it in an abandoned building or a public park? Which one?
I don't know about this abandoned building. I can't.
That flow might fall through. I'm gonna be at the park.
Yeah, we're gonna be outside in that grass or something.
Yeah.
In a public park, people can see you.
Well, it's gonna be night or something. We're gonna be up against a tree. We're gonna just keep moving around this tree. We're gonna keep moving around this tree. I can work with this park.
And then on top of that, we in an abandoned building. It could be a drug deal going down. We ain't getting naked.
Not the FBI, the DIA, the DEA.
I can't feel nothing run across my foot. That's what we can't do in this damn building.
All right. Would you rather lick a public doorknob, or would you rather lick the floor of a subway station?
I'm not doing that one of them.
Public doorknob, subway station.
You got to pick one. Which one would you rather?
Public doorknob or a subway floor?
What door is it? The door at my house. What door is it?
A public.
That's a private doorknob. Public.
Man, we're going to die either way.
So pick one.
All right, the doorknob.
Okay. All right. Junior?
Doorknob.
One.
The doorknob?
Yeah, something simple.
We're going to get this doctician on here, though. I'm telling you.
See?
Why you got your arms folded?
Yeah, I'm going to go on and do the doorknob because that way ain't nobody wipe themselves on that doorknob.
Oh, my God.
All right, that's today's disgusting round of Would You Rather. Coming up in 49 minutes after the hour, our last break of the day, and we'll close out the show with the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day. It's been a good Thursday. You know what tomorrow is?
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that.
That's not what you were referring to.
That's Friday. All right,
so people even do St. Patrick's Day. I don't even know what that is.
What? You don't want any green beer?
No.
Green milkshakes from McDonald's.
Yeah.
In Chicago, they turn the river green. Okay, yes. Steve, so before we get out of here, we have a call for you from Victoria.
All right.
Hey, Steve. My name is Victoria. I done traveled halfway around the world, and I listen to you everywhere. I just got to say, you know what? You're real. You're funny. Just keep doing what you're doing because God has blessed you with a gift. And you know what? You make my day. I don't care whether it's something good, something bad, some hood, or some government. Whatever it is, you just keep doing what you do. Be incisive, and that's what you've been. I appreciate you and really look forward to continue hearing you. I'm glad that God has blessed you to continue to be here, and may He continue to shine on you. Keep up the good work, Steve. I love you. One day I'll be on your show. Just remember my name. Victoria, they call me Miss B. Holla at your girl, boy.
Yeah, holla at your girl, boy. Appreciate that. We're going to keep doing it. Ain't nothing else to do. You know.
Yeah.
To do anything else would be a violation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Steve.
You got a dog on there that like you too. I heard him.
Yeah,
the dog in the background.
But you know, it was interesting that she said God has blessed you with a gift. But don't we all have gifts? Victoria has her own gift, right?
Everybody got a gift. Mm-hmm. God never created a soul He didn't bestow a gift to. That's the thing about it. It's just that people keep looking at gifts the wrong way. They keep thinking if you're gifted, they're talking about running, jumping, singing, dancing, performing. Mm-hmm. Those are gifts. If you're a caregiver of people, if you're gifted at that, if everybody wants you to take care of their baby instead of the other person, babysitting is a gift. Babysitting turns into daycare centers. Daycare centers turn into multi-million-dollar operations. You can be a landscaper, can be your gift. Agriculture, farming can be, teaching can be your gift. There are nurses who are gifted at nurses. Nurses are important people, man. They're the go-between between the doctor and that patient, man. If you got a good nurse, man, dog, a nurse can help you out. You got a bad nurse, man, you got a rough stay. So, you know, it's a lot of gifts, man. I know a person whose gift is driving. I met an old guy who was shooting a commercial this weekend, and he said, man, this is my dream. I've always wanted to be a truck driver. He said, man, it's the best job in the world. He's gifted at it. He said, man, I've been driving truck 40-some years, man. He said, I would never do nothing else. He said, the freedom, I'm out on the road. I said, wow, you can be gifted at a lot of stuff, and you have to honor that gift, and your gift will make room for you. But more importantly, if you live in your gift, man, you'll always be content with waking up every morning. It's when you're not living in your gift that you lose your contentment with life. Because if you're waking up doing something you don't enjoy doing or you're not gifted at, you got to do it every day and you don't like it, that's a tough existence, man. And there are so many people doing it because they are afraid to let go of their job and pursue their gift or their dream. And pursuing your dreams is difficult. It takes courage to follow your dream. It takes courage to quit your job. It takes courage to open a business. It takes courage, man, to be in a committed relationship. It takes courage to do the right thing. It takes courage to take out that loan. It takes courage, man, to go to school. It takes courage to get a degree. It takes courage to get properly trained. It takes courage to climb the corporate ladder. You got to have courage to go to work every day at the post office, at FedEx, at UPS, at DHL, at the fire department, as a police person. You got to have courage, man, strap that badge on every day. It takes courage to be what you want to be in life because the devil's mission is to rob you of your destiny. Do you understand what I just said? It takes courage to be what you're supposed to be because the devil's mission is to rob you of your destiny. So when you take the step forward to be what God intended for you to be, to live your dream, to live in your gift, to go after your purpose, there's going to be opposition. The opposition is real. It's real, man. And that's what happens. And people think, I don't know. Well, I know what people think. I do know. Stop expecting it to be easy. Stop tripping every time it get hard. It's going to be hard. It's hard to have a family. It's hard to raise children. It's hard to keep them on the right track. All this stuff is hard, man. It's not easy. Y'all, you got some people that make it look easy, but it's hard. Take your hat off to these people that's raising these kids out here. I wouldn't have let my child do that. That ain't your child. This ain't your situation, and there is no manual for this thing. I would never let no man do me like that. You don't know what a man doing behind your back. You ain't got control of that. Stop with all this, man. Y'all, this thing is hard, but if you put God in the mix, he can help you deal with all of it. Hard becomes easy once you have a solution. Those are my closing remarks today, and I didn't even plan on it. Talk to God today, y'all. He'd love to hear from you. If you don't talk to him, he'll still be there when you do. That's the cool thing about it. But if you don't call me when you say you're going to call me, lose the number, because I don't pick it up after that. That's the difference between me and the Lord.
You are not the Lord.
And ain't you glad he is?
Yes. Contest, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
On Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that puts that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. You can listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you listen to your favorite shows.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C.
This child was laying on the side of the road.
The person said, "I murdered your daughter."
The killer believed that he may have been seen.
I will admit the others when you catch me if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was more to the story behind game-changing events? Get ready for my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday on the Black Effect Podcast Network, we'll jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls and celebrities to athletes and artists. Join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.